Big news on the political front. So let's start there, where we've had President Wachira stepping down and announcing that they will be looking at those judicial appointments afresh. Market reaction to that news?
Well, thank you very much, Alishia. It's always a pleasure. Basically, just as you noted there, the political risk in our market has been significantly high, and that was notably present because we saw foreigners reducing their activity and a lot of selling, and even a decline in the market performance. But the reaction by the president is very, very welcome and a very good move, especially in terms of creating a political environment where investors can still be comfortable in terms of investments. And because of that, it's a very positive move. And hopefully, just as you noted, we saw as well yesterday, the market started going up based on the corporate actions as well as the news that came through, and hopefully today we'll continue seeing the market being supported and even foreign investors developing confidence in the market.
So where we've had the NSE 20 shed roughly 2.5% in US dollar terms on a year-to-date basis, we've had many saying that the downside is limited, offering some support, as you've highlighted as well. The reporting season, where do you stand right now on where we're headed on the Kenyan market scene?
Well, looking at it in terms of the market, basically we are very well positioned right now to continue growing, especially in terms of the NSE 20 as well as the corporate actions that seems to be coming through. Well, the weakening of the shilling is another concern, and hopefully central bank will be able to try and see how it can be able to cushion the markets, especially because of those kind of jams that we've seen, especially in the recent past, because the political scenario might continue not being as clear, because that's just one step. I guess now we're going to still continue seeing a lot of movements in that area. But looking at it, especially in terms of export-import business, it's going to be really affected if at all we see the shilling behaving the way it does, and so hopefully we're going to see a bit of stability on that front. But looking at it from the market's point of view, the corporate actions are fairly good. Tier 1 banks have started announcing, just as you noted earlier, and Barclays has set quite a standard, and hopefully if the other banks continue that way, this is quite a good season for us.
Taking a look at some other corporate news, we had Kenya's Housing Finance announce that it's teaming up with East African Development Bank to co-finance large housing projects. We've seen very limited market reaction to that news, given that this news was announced late in the afternoon. What are you anticipating in terms of market reaction today?
Thank you very much. Well, Housing Finance is yet to announce their 2010 results, and just as you're seeing there, they're already coming out with corporate actions which are indicating that the forward direction of the company. That creates a lot of confidence in Frank Ireri's management as well as leadership style, and looking at it in terms of the strategy they seem to be approaching, especially merging with other banks to be able to finance huge significant projects. That's a welcome move because it spreads the risk, and also it enables them to still be able to take advantage of the opportunities that come along with synergy. And because of that, definitely would expect the market to react positively to that. I can admit that mostly especially yesterday, we saw the share weakening slightly, and hopefully maybe after the news came through today, we should see it reacting positively, because especially how the market has been reacting of late, the sentiments are beginning to create a lot of confidence. But looking at it in terms of the technical point of view, the share price has dipped slightly because it had gone as high as 30, and so as we are anticipating more results to come through, especially for Housing Finance, I think it's a good position to still for someone to still take a buy position on it.
Samuel, of course, there's a ripple effect to take into consideration here as well, in terms of what this could well spell for some of your cement players like Athi River Mining, Bamburi Cement and East African Portland Cement as well.
Yes, definitely, because especially if at all you're going to be able to finance a lot of significant construction projects, looking at it even from the point of view of what is happening in Southern Sudan, definitely that's a very good position for some of these banks to be able to position themselves to finance some of these infrastructural development projects that are already coming through. And because of that, just as you noted, that impact is definitely going to be felt in some of the other sectors, and one of them could be construction as well as even the energy sector.